Hey, you have one more story for us?
I do.
Well, let's get the next story.
This one's amusing. Harry Potter books removed from school library because they contain real curses and spells.
Fuck me. All right.
Yes.
Well, at least they're removing those instead of science textbooks,
Wasn't
right?
this over with the D&D
No.
panic? I mean,
No.
a Roman Catholic school in Tennessee has banished J.K. Rowling's universally popular series of Harry Potter novels from its library shelves after its pastor took exception to their portrayal of magic, warning the spells and curses the author describes are real and risk conjuring evil spirits when read.
Okay, so here's my immediate problem with this. You said Roman Catholic school in Tennessee?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Mass used to be read and said in Latin. It's actually the origin of phrases like hocus pocus, because hocus pocus was the moment when they hold the Eucharist in the air when kazam, now it's actual blood. Yeah, kazam I don't think is probably not from the Latin because it has a K. The spells in Harry Potter are Latin phrases. So you get down to the point where it's like if you can get into a conversation with a person that believes in a god and you say, well, why this particular brand of magic? And they try and explain that, no, it's not magic, it's God. Other stuff is magic. And they don't have a way of distinguishing it. Well, this is that institutionalized. Basically, no one else is allowed to know Latin anymore.
Right.
Because Latin is magic.
And this is...
So I didn't waste my years in high school taking it as a language.
And this is easily testable bullshit right here.
Right. Well, I mean, don't say it in the studio. What if it goes off? What if your magic spell goes off accidentally? If you
well, then I mute it.
What? No. If I thought you were going to say it's easily testable bullshit and then try and say something in Latin. And
Exponius Patronus.
Nope.
Erectile dysfunctionis.
Luckily,
your wand right here.
I was going to... That just sounds like, yeah, I've got your wand right here, middle fingers.
I want to do a curse on you. Erectus difficalis.
Yes. Yeah, my favorite thing is that it has to actually be Latin. That's why he was afraid. So come back at me when you've learned something, son. Punk, get out of here till you know Latin. It's my response to that. Wow. Is there more to this story, or is it just a guy freaking out? Because
the Reverend Dan Rehill explained his decision in an email. I'm glad he explained it. Wow. To the parents of students at St. Edward Catholic School in Nashville, declaring that he had consulted with exorcists in the U.S. and at the Vatican before outlawing the 7-volume tale of the boy wizard's career at Hogwarts and his battle against Lord Voldemort and the forces of darkness.
Wait, I
wonder how long this person has been waiting to write an article that says that. That's awesome.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's just
These
read
books
that back.
present...
Read back the last sentence. Just
okay.
The forces of darkness.
Right. Declaring that he had consulted with exorcists in the U.S. and at the Vatican before outlawing the 7-volume tale of the boy wizard's career at Hogwarts and his battle against Lord Voldemort and the forces of darkness.
Dun, dun, dun.
The 7-volume tale.
Yes.
Oh,
it's bigger than the Bible. That means it's more true.
If you stacked up all the copies of Harry Potter from here, they would reach from here to the moon. So,
and back.
And back, probably. Twice. Here, hit the
These
next
books
sentence.
present magic as both good and evil, which is not true, but in fact a clever deception. The curses and spells used in the books are actual curses and spells, which when read by a human being when read by a human being risk conjuring evil spirits into the presence of the person reading the text.
It's human being in 2 words is what it is.
read by a human being, risk conjuring evil spirits into the presence of the person reading the text. The Reverend Rehill wrote, apparently in all seriousness. I love that bit of editorial. I
Yes,
think that's
apparently
well stated.
Yes.
Rebecca Hamill, the superintendent of schools for the Catholic Diocese of Nashville, told the Tennessean that the Reverend Rehill had indeed sent the email and has the final say on the matter, since the Catholic Church does not have an official position on Ms. Rowling's best-selling series. Each pastor has canonical authority to make such decisions for his parish school, she said. He's well within his authority to act in that manner. The school has recently opened a new library for its students, Ms. Hamill explained, prompting the faculty to reassess its catalog.
Okay.
I know that in the process they were going through and kind of weeding out some of the content in hopes of sprucing it up and improving the circulation, she said. Ms. Hamill did say the school would not stand in the way of students reading Harry Potter at their parents' discretion. Should parents deem that this or any other media to be appropriate, we would hope that they would just guide their sons and daughters to understand the content through the lens of our faith, Hamill said. We really don't get into censorship in such selections other than making sure that what we put in our school library is age-appropriate materials for our classrooms.
There's a whole...
I object to the Bible being in there. Have you read the Song of Solomon?
This just proves to me that there's a whole lot of dumb...
man.
There's a whole lot of dumb in the world today.
Yeah, there is.
There's a pestilence of stupid swooping across the land.
They have an issue with the issue of horses. Yes.
With it? What? Wait. Too much. What? Dennis, what? What does that mean?
You
What
got
issue
what?
of horses?
What do you
Isn't
mean,
that
an issue of horses?
They're hate animals.
You haven't read your Bible.
I mean...
And their issue was as
one?
the issue of horses.
I don't know this phrase.
Oh, it's one of the juicy ones.
Well, now
literally juicy ones.
Oh, you're talking about Ezekiel
The
23:20.
issue.
Ezekiel
The
23:20.
issue.
Ezekiel
Yes.
23:20. I know this verse. There it is. I was not thinking with that which was issued by. I was thinking issue of. Sorry, my mind took like a step back and like was prepared to defend itself.
Your brain was defending itself. Yes,
was sort of like, all right, maintain a grip on one hand for you, one hand for the boat of reality, or as the saying goes.
Their issue was this issue of horses. Horses are again in the story.
Yeah, well, horses are bad people.
Ezekiel 25:20, isn't that what Samuel Jackson said?
23:20. No, Samuel Jackson didn't quote a real passage.
Okay.
I mean, Google it. Don't just take my word for it. 23, Ezekiel 23:20.
Okay.
That's the one where it's like it's not the whore of Babylon. It's someone else. It's some other...
It's some party, yeah.
Some party.
Two adulterous sisters.
Oh, yeah. What is
okay. Ahola?
Yeah, members...
And Aholaba?
Members of donkeys.
Ahola and Holaba?
Is like the issue of horses.
Yes.
That's like Meshach, and Abednego.
Where do I know that phrase from, as a quick aside, before we...
Bandicoot? What?
Meshach, and Abednego?
No, don't know that.
Why would you bend a goat?
I don't know. That's
what did the goat ever do to you? Don't answer that. Call a lawyer. That's my advice.
Flash bend?
No. Oh my Lord. So it's possible, like that. The school is operating perfectly fine and teaching people things.
And they can have whatever they want in their library. It's just amusing.
It definitely is. And they built a new library. And then
Ew, gross. There she lusted after her lovers,
my
whose
God.
genitals were that of a donkey and whose emissions were like that of a horse.
Yeah.
Or whose emissions were like the issue.
I've heard it said issue or
Just his emissions was that of a horse.
He's reading the NIV.
Yeah, different one. But yeah.
Ew.
Yeah.
Horse porn.
I was going to say a whole lot of spunk.
Gross.
Yep.
So, but and
If
it's
this woman
possible
is
that they
saying
had like
he's operating it normally, then what she's saying is he's allowed to decree what a real magical spell is, which is kind of bizarre.
Well, so I don't think that she's saying whatever he says is a spell is a spell. I believe that she's saying he has authority to shepherd his flock. Why am I don't know. It's my lot in life.
Weird.
All right. He has canonical authority to make decisions like this in order to guide the people into faith.
But I think she was talking about his decision to remove the book, not his reasons for removing the book. And so I don't know.
Me, that sounded like this is the phrase that I say because I'm talking to a person that is a reporter, which is, he has the authority to do this because the Catholic Church does not have a canonical position. So it's possible there's a reading of that, and if you knew the person and you had their like facial gestures of saying, well, the Catholic Church doesn't have a position on Harry Potter.
On Harry Potter and the spells being real.
On the spells being real, yeah.
So basically,
therefore...
But he does.
Yeah.
So basically, you're saying she's trying to explain this in a way that doesn't make her sound like a complete idiot.
Yes.
No, that doesn't make the rest of the administration. So
Right,
allow
the
me,
rest of
I
the
feel like I am
administration
the
looks like an
defense
idiot.
attorney for all of the faithful subjects that cross our thing.
You don't-
What do you have against
don't
Harry
have
Potter?
to
Do
be.
you have reasonable doubt about whether or not the whole school is teaching some Jesus, or is it just perhaps that one dude?
So, Jamie, what's your
They
problem with
built
Harry
a
Potter?
new library. Why would they need a new library unless they had more than one book?
Jamie, what's your problem with Harry Potter? That's a good book.
I don't have a problem with Harry Potter.
You're defending it?
I have a problem with people condemning an entire I don't actually.
Do you have a problem with curses and hexes? I think they're cool.
I have a problem with one-sided arguments. I think is the problem that I have.
I hexed you.
And the chair is.
It didn't break.
It didn't break? Oh, you pulled the lever.
I accidentally hit the lever with
For
my
those
foot.
listening,
My spell worked.
It wasn't the devil
gonna say-
pulling me to hell.
I was going to say, oh, wow.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, you should be careful. Maybe you accidentally said something about chairs in Latin a second ago. Just, don't do it. Don't. I've given him the idea now. I'm going to
I'm sorry. I don't know my own power sometimes.
Yeah, you don't. Whew. Oh, wow.
Lucifer Palooza. Yep.
What?
I don't
That
know.
actually, I feel
I don't
like,
know why I said that.
I was going to say, I feel like I would go to that convention. Or I would click on the ad for that, Lucifer Palooza.
Lucifer Palooza.
Because isn't Palooza usually music?
Yeah.
Oh, it
Or
would probably
some
be.
sort of hoedown.
I mean, the hose and down are sort of Satan-y things. Yeah.
Shindig.
It's like I don't know why I thought of this. It's like the Catholic substitute of fun. Like fun you are instead of swearing, and it's because all the things that are fun are sin.
That's what people tend to think. It goes along with all the food that's good is bad for you.
Well, I don't know.
Everything
Fruit
that tastes
pretty
good
Candy
kills you.
Tastes good.
Yeah.
Candy must taste good because it's bad for you. Well, it's just balancing a diet, not that. Wow, I really am countercase everything
Yes.
today. I don't know what it is. It's me against everyone else's opinions at a time.
We'll pray for you.
Oh God, don't do that.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that a spell? Would that be a spell?
No.
If it's coming from me, it'd probably be a curse.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you say it in Latin, then it counts. Then you're going to summon a demon.
So if I pray for you in a positive way, is that like a spell? Or like or if I pray that something bad happens to you, is that a curse?
You're possessed by a demon.
Majinx.
I was going to say, if we're talking about being possessed by demons, take a look at people speaking in tongues. But
Why'd you look at him?
Well, if you give an atheist invocation, what is that?
It depends on whether you give it in Latin, apparently, because those are the magic words.
Yep.
It is tricky to do
don't make me use my magic again and make you fall on the floor.
Hey, whoa!
I'll do it.
This is a Latin-free show. It's a rule established now.
Well, I know what I'm doing for my next intro.
Oh, fuck. All right.
No.
Well, no, I was going to say, we can. It just has to have the clip of that last time on the Non-Prophets. This is a Latin-free show. Well, I know what I'm doing for me. And then just, salvete. That's Latin. That doesn't work as a joke. Okay. What the fuck were we talking about? We were talking about the Catholic guy whose name you didn't actually say, I think.
We're talking about the lady trying not to sound like an idiot trying to interpret
well, no, because she was just
what?
Well, here, bring up her quote. Maybe I'm grasping at straws.
Let's see. Reverend Dan Rehill, and the other person they're talking to is let's see, Ms. Hamill.
Miss Hamill. What did Miss Hamill have to say?
She was the one who was speaking for the school. The school has recently opened a new library for its students, Ms. Hamill explained, prompting the facility to reassess its catalog. Mm-hmm. I know that in the process they were going through and kind of weeding out some of the content in hopes of sprucing it up and improving the circulation, she said. Ms. Hamill did say the school would not stand in the way of students reading Harry Potter at their parents' discretion.
I'd be interested to find out what they think spells and hexes and curses are and how to do it.
Is there contact information for Mr. Rehill, for Reverend Rehill, Prophet Rehill, Dr. Rehill?
Oh, let's see.
Dan Rehill? Was it Dan? Did I get it?
Dan Rehill.
Boom!
Yes.
I am the best at names.
St. Edward's Catholic School in Nashville.
Yeah,
so that's where he
too
was
much effort
the reverend.
Because I remember there is one spell that was really cool, the good luck spell.
No, that was a potion.
A potion, yep.
Sorry.
But it was really hard. The Felix?
Felix Felicis, yeah.
Yeah. Can you make that for me?
No, because it's not real. But it looks like...
then I'll ask Dan.
It looks like liquid gold splashing and stirring itself. He's opposed to all the Harry Potter spells.
What?
Questioning my Harry Potter knowledge and liking over here.
We can do an experiment. We can try to make it, and if I get a job and good money, then we know that it worked and we have to reassess our belief system.
That's not... Oh, okay.
This is a humanist wand. It has a core of pure carbon.
For those of you listening at home,
it's not
he is holding up a pencil right now. Continue with your humanist wand. Continue. Core of pure carbon.
I know it's not a unicorn hair or something or whatever the hell they have in the middle of the wands in Harry Potter. It's all different.
So there's unicorn hairs, phoenix feathers.
But this one did not choose me. I chose it.
The wand the humanist wand chooses the humanists, dear.
So would it have like a human
Denis?
hair?
No. Okay. Well, I advise you to say nothing and call a lawyer.
So if you had a wand with a human part in it, would that be like cannibalism?
If you ate the wand.
Yeah.
What did you do with the rest of the human? Don't answer that. Don't answer that. Get a real lawyer.
I'm going to get an oar.
Well said.
Thank you.